So in this video, I'm going to explain the difference between the hosted pay page and the hosted tokenization page, sort of just go over the process flow and what's different between the two. So with the hosted pay page, what happens is the cardholder is ready to pay. They see a proceed to payment button on the merchant's website. It has the amount sort of built in the background. They get forwarded off to the hosted pay page where they enter their credit card details, and then Moneris starts to process that. It sends it to Visa, MasterCard, who sends it to the bank, and they thumb up or thumb down the transaction. They approve or decline it, and then they send the result back through Visa and MasterCard. And then what happens is eSELECTplus doesn't actually send the transaction to the merchant website itself. It sort of puts it in the browser, the cardholder's browser, and then the cardholder just gets automatically forwarded to the merchant website where they receive the result, and then you can just print a receipt and show that to the customer, and then at that point everything's done. With the hosted tokenization, what happens is the customer is not charged automatically. So what happens is you have the customer enter their credit card number. That's done on the secure Moneris web page that's sort of within the merchant's website. So it's the secure website is this box right here, and it's within the merchant's website. So Moneris receives a request. Moneris then tokenizes the transaction, so that means they take that credit card number, they put it in the Moneris database so it's stored there securely, and then you get sort of a data key or number that's just a bunch of random numbers and letters. That's sort of a stand-in for that credit card number. So the next time you want to charge that credit card number, all you do is provide that random bunch of letters and numbers and say, send a purchase Moneris, and Moneris will charge that transaction. So at this point you have your token. So with the hosted tokenization though, you have to charge the transaction right away. The token's only good for about 15 minutes, and at that point you won't be able to charge it after that. So that's the basic thing. That's how the sample code works out of the box. You can extend it though if you use the API, the Moneris API. So that requires sort of programming knowledge. So I covered this part. This is the top part. So if you were to do a financial transaction, like you wanted to do a purchase, for example, what happens is you would do, okay, let's do the purchase. Moneris would here's the token, let's do a purchase. Moneris would look up the card number, forward the request to Visa or MasterCard, who would send it to the customer's bank, who would approve or decline the transaction. They would send the result back through Visa. The token gets removed from the vault, and the transaction result gets sent off to the merchant website, and you can see whether it was approved or declined, and update your system to say, okay, this customer's paid, this customer hasn't paid, and then show them a receipt like, congratulations, we'll ship your order soon, or try some other form of payment if it was declined. And that's pretty much the basics of how these processes work.